It's no surprise that radio really has been one of the most influential technologies ever to be created. Wikipedia says radio is a transmission of signals by modulation of electromagnetic waves with frequencies below those visible of light, blah 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 blah. What I say, however, is that radio is what we listen to in our cars. It's a medium that hosts our favourite Aussie fools, Hamish and Andy, and it keeps us updated with news, traffic, events, and happenings. So, who invented the radio and how? The roots of the invention of radio started with some pretty smart guys. It's said that in the 1860s, James Clerk Maxwell predicted the existence of radio waves. Then in 1886, Heinrich Rudolf Hertz demonstrated that there were rapid variations of electric current that, when projected into space in the form of radio waves, they were similar to those of light and heat. Then in 1895, Guglielmo Marconi, who was an Italian inventor, was the first to send and receive the first radio signals. Nikola Tesla was the first person to patent a wireless radio transmitter. Other inventors and scientists also had a part in the creation of the radio to some degree, so I guess the question still stands as to who exactly created the radio. What happened then? Once the idea of the radio had been invented, Marconi in 1897 established the first radio station and opened a wireless factory in Hall Street, Chelmsford, England. As more stations developed, radio began to be commercialised, with radio stations offering advertising slots on their shows for a small price. Radio also began to be used for shipping communication, aircraft communication, at universities, and then the first battery-operated pocket radio was invented in 1960 by the one and only Sony. Radio how we know it. Today we have two bands of radio, AM or amplitude modulation and FM, frequency modulation. AM radio ranges from 535 to 1705 kHz, or thousands of cycles per second of electromagnetic energy, and therefore are a lower frequency than FM or TV waves. This is why AM can be intersected and interfered with more easily than FM. The FM band, on the other hand, runs from 88 to 108 MHz. The latest advancement for radio has been the internet streaming and podcasting of radio shows. This allows people to listen to their favourite shows when it suits them, in an MP3 or similar format, and often the show is edited and shortened to focus on the most important sections. This is where radio is today. Just as the cassette was once upon a time the easiest and most efficient way to listen to and distribute music in the 70s and 80s, the MP3 or MPEG-1 audio layer 3 is considered the most convenient and efficient way to listen to and distribute music in the 20th and 21st centuries. MP3 provides near CD quality audio at around 1/10 the size of its original size. Who done it? The development of MP3 files is said to date back to 1987, when a collaboration between Germany's Fraunhofer Institute and Dieter Seitzer from the University of Erlangen began, where students and professors created a compression algorithm, or codec, that could shrink sound files without compromising their quality. In 1992, MP3 was approved by the Moving Picture Experts Group, MPEG, in Italy, but it wasn't until internet speeds increased that MP3 files began to invade the internet. This made music easily and widely available to large audiences, and often for free. According to Wired magazine, around 846 million new CDs were bought in 1999. However, 17 million MP3 files were downloaded from the internet each day. As a result of MP3 becoming the most popular form of audio file, MP3 programs were soon created, such as Winamp and Real Jukebox. Then MP3 portable music players were invented, such as MP Man and iRivers. Then the first program allowing peer-to-peer file sharing emerged, called Napster, in 1999. Within a few short years, the use and sharing of MP3s grew dramatically. In today's day and age, these days MP3s are available both legally and illegally, and this has had a huge impact on how the music industry functions. There have been numerous law cases issued against illegal downloading sites such as Napster and LimeWire. Yet illegal sharing of music still exists, and will continue to grow until there is a way to police the crime on a worldwide scale. On the positive, the creation of MP3 format has led to music programs developing more organized methods for grouping and suggesting music to consumers. This includes the ability to search by album, artist, title, genre, or any other detail of music, as well as playlists to be generated automatically, with programs such as iTunes Genius and Pandora. The internet now assisting music lovers in finding new music that they love is the new way of sharing and researching music. With music therefore being so accessible, the new music industry has opened the doors for new artists to show people their music without relying on the radio playing their favourite song.